Hey everybody, it's Doug Klutz, and today I want to talk about a question that I'm asked about all the time. Maybe the question that I'm asked most frequently, and that is how do I become a special agent in the FBI? There's a lot of interest out there working for the FBI. A lot of it has to do with the popular TV shows and movies that come and go. And when people see these, they say, I want to work for the FBI one day. There's a lot of competition that goes into just applying for the FBI. FBI averages about 70,000 applications per year. That's a lot of applicants, and a lot of those applicants have significant experience that are applying. As I always say, though, we have to be careful wanting to work a specific job just because of something we've seen on TV, especially with fictional TV shows that are highly sensationalized. Don't base a career decision just off of something that you've seen on TV. Make sure you do a lot of research. Make sure you try to complete an internship with that job role or that specific position in that agency to get that real world experience to make sure it's something you want to do. But if you've done all that vetting and you know that the FBI is at the top of your list and one day you want to become a special agent in the FBI, I want to talk about some things today that you can do to better your odds of one day working as a special agent in the FBI. You have to think, how am I going to make myself stand out from those 70,000 other applicants or so? And if a really popular TV show is on or a movie about the FBI, might even jump up to 100,000 applicants. So how am I going to stand out from all of those numbers? I've had a lot of students over the years that have worked with the FBI in their summer internship program, which I'm going to talk about more in just a little bit. I've had some students hired directly out of their undergraduate careers to work at the FBI. Some students have gone on to an advanced degree program and then have gone on to work for the FBI. So I've seen over the years what has worked for students, what has not worked. And we have to know what makes us competitive today, not information that was from 10 years ago or 20 years ago or 30 years ago, because the FBI does change what they're looking for over the years. It used to be the FBI hired a ton of attorneys, and then it was accounting was a really hot area. Now it's jumped to cybersecurity and foreign languages. So it does change over the years. We have to stay up to date with those hiring trends. We have to know what's hot right now in the job market and what, again, can make us the most competitive applicant possible. So if you're in your undergraduate career and you're saying, what do I do today to make myself the best qualified applicant possible, or to best increase the odds of being employed as a special agent in the FBI down the road? A couple things that I would note. Right now, the really hot hiring area is cybersecurity. The more that you can focus on the cybersecurity realm, the better. And that's not just simply taking like an intro to computer science course. We need really specific skill sets. So the more specific computer programming you can do, the better. What people like to call coding. And there's some really hot computer programming languages to have, like Java and JavaScript and C++ and Python. All of those stand out. The more specific knowledge you can have about those specific computer programming languages, the better. And also certifications as well, like the Certified Ethical Hacker, for example. If you can attain some of those certifications as you're going through school or early on in your professional career, that will make you stand out to the FBI. One thing to note about the FBI, they hire, when we look at their special agent positions, they're hiring people with significant real world experience on average. If we look at the average age of an incoming special agent in the FBI, it's about 29 and a half years old, almost 30 years old. So these are people with a lot of real world experience. They're coming in from different professions. It could be engineering, it could be accounting, it could be the legal field, it could be law enforcement, it could be the military, but they're coming in with significant real world experience. It's not to say you have to be 30 years old to work as a special agent in the FBI. The minimum requirement is 23 years old, but they are looking for applicants with significant experience. So how can you better your odds? Well, right now, again, in your undergraduate career, if you're in an advanced degree program, really start focusing on computer programming languages. A lot of that you can learn on your own. There are a ton of programs out there. free coding programs online, YouTube tutorials, where you can get a good baseline knowledge of these different coding languages. Another thing that I would really highly recommend that you do during your undergraduate career, if you are ultimately interested in working for the FBI later on down the road, is to complete their summer internship program. It's a very competitive process. It's not a guarantee. It's not like you just apply and you get it. But the FBI offers an internship every summer, their honors internship program. The details for this internship program are on their website on fbi.gov. But generally speaking, the application period starts around mid-August to the end of August to early September for the following summer. So you have to apply a good deal in advance because it does require an extensive background clearance process. But if you can complete this internship, you get to know people in the system. You'll get to work directly with the FBI. You'll get to know people who work in the FBI. And that is one of the best ways to get hired in today's job market, completing an internship with the company that you ultimately want to work for. So right now, from the students that I've had hired as interns with the FBI, what they're really looking for, again, cyber-related knowledge, cybersecurity. That is the really top hiring area. They're also looking for foreign language experience. So if you go on fbi.gov, you go on the FBI's website and look at their critical language list, they will list languages that they're looking for that are in really high demand. So if you can be proficient in one of those languages, it really betters your odds of getting that internship and getting employment at some point down the road with the FBI. If you can combine those two areas, that would be the best. So if you can combine having computer programming knowledge along with a specific foreign languages that they're looking for, that will really make you a competitive applicant. Again, how do we stand out from 70,000 applicants or so? How do we better our odds? We're looking at it like a numbers game. But completing that internship will go a long way. Most of the students that I've had that have been hired by the FBI have completed their summer internship, and they got to know people on the inside. So that internship is really critical. And, think about it early on in your college career as far as making yourself competitive to work in that internship program. Now, in terms of when you start applying to full-time jobs with the FBI, special agent is not the only job that the FBI offers. They have a lot of different career paths within the FBI. They have some that are support roles to special agents. So if you graduate, as I've had students that have done in the past, and they're only 21 or 22 years old when they finish their undergraduate degrees, again, you have to be 23 years old to apply to be a special agent. So what do you do in the meantime? Well, some of these students have gone on to some of these support roles to special agents, and you can find all of their different career paths on fbi.gov or usajobs.gov. The federal government's main hiring website. You can look at the different jobs they have available. But what I'm trying to say is don't just limit yourself to being a special agent in the FBI or that's it, because the FBI does offer so many other roles. Get your foot in the door with the FBI in whatever role that you can, whatever job that you can, because once you're in the system, it will make your life a whole lot easier to try to become that special agent if that is your ultimate career aspiration. So the areas, it goes the same as trying to attain that internship. The areas that I would really focus on in attaining a full-time job with the FBI, again, cybersecurity would be my top choice. My second choice would be one of their critical foreign languages that they're looking for. The more specific experience you can have in those areas, the better. But the really good thing about cybersecurity right now is that it is such a hot hiring area that, let's just say worst case scenario, you really want to work for the FBI, but then all of a sudden there's a hiring freeze. There's a federal hiring freeze and no one's getting hired. Well, what are you going to do? The good thing about cybersecurity, if you're proficient in one of those computer programming languages or multiple languages, or you have multiple certifications in that area, like I mentioned, the certified ethical hacker, you will be very qualified and in high demand in other areas of government, local, state government agencies, and the private sector as well. I see private sector positions for cybersecurity posted all the time. So, worst case scenario, there's a federal hiring freeze. What do you do in the meantime? Well, you're going to have multiple employers wanting you to work with them because you have those really in demand skill sets. So, you always want to have backup plans, but those two areas, if you can really have some knowledge and experience between cybersecurity and foreign languages, that will make you highly marketable for the FBI. Accounting has always been marketable, but I would really focus on cybersecurity these days. I think that's where the hiring demand is going to be for the foreseeable future. So, anyways, hopefully that gave you some inside knowledge, so to speak, what I've seen that has worked and not worked for students over the years. Again, don't just base your career aspirations on a TV show. There's a lot of misinformation out there about the FBI. I can't tell you how many times I've heard, oh, major in this or major in that, and that gives you a guarantee in the FBI, or go to this advanced degree program. That's going to give you a guarantee. It's a numbers game. You have to do what's going to make you the most competitive, what's going to make you really stand out from those tens of thousands of other applicants out there. So check out the FBI's internship program. I'll put a link below this video where you can check it out directly on fbi.gov. Put that at the very top of your list. I can't stress the importance of completing that internship enough if you're wanting to work for the FBI. Start teaching yourself, even if you're not majoring in something related to computers right now, start teaching yourself basics of computer programming. There's so many good free online resources out there, computer programming training websites. You can check them out, YouTube tutorials, tons of free information out there. And that kind of stuff is really going to make you marketable in the job market. So I hope that helps. Good luck with your future career endeavors. And hopefully one day, you will ultimately attain that position of becoming a special agent in the FBI. All right, take care.